Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. As we head into one of the final weeks of the NFL regular season, it's time for me to once again release my player and team prop betting picks from Bet365 Sportsbook. And for this one, we're going with the player prop variety, and I have three of them for you this week, starting off with Arian Foster, who has an over-under for rushing yards this week of 92.5 against the Indianapolis Colts on the road in Indy. And I think the over actually has a pretty good value here for Foster this week at -125. In his career, he's pretty much handled the Colts, running all over them. Earlier in the year, ran for 100-plus yards in their first meeting. And Foster this season has actually ran for over 100 yards in all but 3 games this year, and one of them was a game that he got hurt. So I think you could really see that Foster is handling this Texans backfield, and they are really featuring him in this offense. And I think you're going to see that this week, especially against a Colts team who the Texans would really like to keep off the field. And with Indy's rush defense, looking at their numbers, not bad on paper. However, I think they're a little bit inflated considering who they've played over the last 3 weeks. Played a couple of really bad rushing teams in Jacksonville and Washington, and then last week, of course, still gave up 115 yards to the Browns, which isn't great, but not bad either. But before that, gave up 246 rushing yards to the New England Patriots. So I think that Arian Foster should have no problem beating up Indy in this one on the ground, go over 92.5. Next one I have for you is Travis Kelce to score a touchdown this week. This is a prop I've gone back to several times, and I'm doing it once again here this week, as the odds for him to score a touchdown against the Oakland Raiders come in at +110. That's pretty good value considering Oakland's defense is giving up 7 touchdowns to opposing tight ends so far this season. That ties them for 8th most in the NFL. And, of course, the Raiders have given up 4 touchdowns to opposing tight ends in their last 5 games. So I think Kelce now getting a ton of targets, got 9 last week for 110, or excuse me, got 9 last week, 7 receptions for 110 yards. No touchdowns, though. He hasn't scored since the 2nd of November, but he went through a lull there for about a month where he wasn't a big part of the offense. I think now that Andy Reid realizes that he's one of their main threats in the passing game and in the red zone, I think he's going to get a ton of looks in the red zone this week. So take Kelce to score a touchdown at +110. Last one I have for you is DeAndre Hopkins and his over-under tonight in receiving yards at 80.5. And I think that, once again, it's a good over week for Hopkins. He should be the focal point of that offense behind Arian Foster. And in 5 of the last 7 weeks, he has hit 80 yards or more, with 2 weeks ago busting out for 238 receiving yards. I think D-Hop is going to have a really good game here. So go over 80.5 receiving yards for him. Travis Kelce to score a touchdown, and Arian Foster over 92.5 rushing yards. That'll do it for me this time. Make sure you check out my team prop betting picks as well this week. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of the Sharp Pick.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.